Hi, I'm Dan Raywood at IT Security Group. Today talking to Ted Julian, who's Chief Marketing Officer of CO3 Systems. Hi there, Ted.
Hey Dan, how are
Hey,
you?
so CO3 Systems have stepped up a bit of knowledge in the UK recently because you've hired Bruce Schneier as CTO. Just tell me a little bit about who CO3 Systems are and a little bit about sort of your recent history.
Yeah, you bet. So CO3 is a provider of an incident response management system. So it's basically software to help organizations, big and small, prepare for cyber break-ins, assess them as they happen, manage through the incident response process, and then ultimately mitigate and close out incidents more efficiently and compliant.
Yeah, excellent. And as we had Bruce Schneier writing for IT Security Guru recently, and he talked a bit about incident response as being the kind of the missing link of, or the final
Yeah.
frontier of IT security. Is that something you're addressing that need in the market because IT managers are saying to you, they're seeing more sophisticated attacks, they're seeing more breaches, they want to know how things happened.
I mean, it is abundantly clear that things have changed. You look at the Target breach as sort of the seminal example right now, but as an industry, we've gone through prevention and then various detection capabilities. And the third leg on the IT security stool is response, and it's now abundantly clear that that's the shortest leg on the stool, and that as an industry, we need to fix that.
Absolutely, and I think the Target incident, and I've just been reading about the Neiman Marcus incident as well. They, the best thing they do is they get forensic experts into the company to detail what actually happened. What you're offering is a product rather than a service, isn't it? You're something that people actually have on premise, I guess, or in the cloud
Yeah.
in there to actually deal with this.
Yeah, we can do it either way. I mean, incident response, perhaps, the one provider you might think of to do that historically is Mandiant, who predominantly does it through services and some forensics tools. But we're the only product company that we're aware of so far that's squarely focused on helping companies do incident response. And our flavor really focuses on the management of that incident response, helping people collaborate to get it done, and to do so in a way that is not only much more efficient than doing it on a spreadsheet or something like that, which is what a lot of people do, unfortunately, but also in a way that's compliant with all the various regs that can come into play when we have a breach.
It's like when you move house and you have a checklist of all the people to make sure they've all got your new address. I suppose it's a bit like that. And have I told the FBI my customers, and what stage
Yep.
do what come in, I suppose. So, just to sort of conclude then, the sophisticated attacks, they're getting, better and better, and, that people are finding it harder and harder to mitigate these. What you're offering then is a solution that companies can deal with this straight away rather than having to call in third parties and, investigations that of a forensic nature. It's a situation. You think that things are getting so bad that companies will need a permanent product to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we do have an extensive knowledge base of best practices in there. So even for a fairly sophisticated organization at a minimum, that can just help them get started, because NIST, CERT, SANS recommendations on incident response, they're all in the product by default, as well as all privacy breach reg requirements, by the way, not just for the US and Canada, but also the EU and Asia Pac. And that knowledge base really helps accelerate the response, because you can prepare all that in advance and have different incident types. We ship with a bunch of default incident types. You can create your own. And we would encourage companies to practice responding to those incident types in our software, so that come the day, it's almost like muscle memory. I mean, you've done it before, your plan's in place, you've practiced it, and instead of everybody panicking and freaking out, it's sort of the keep calm, carry on, let's
Yeah.
get this done, we know what we're doing.
Absolutely, and so it's about preparation, and some people might bark at the concept of having this sort of thing on premise because it's like preparing for something to go wrong effectively. But I guess what you're saying is actually this is a situation that could happen to you, and it's best to be prepared, safe than sorry, really.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing too we find as we work with our customers is, sure, a breach of the magnitude of a Target comes along, well, too often, but for most organizations that's a rare occurrence. But the fact is, they have smaller incidents all the time. Even a lost laptop with sensitive data is a potential breach condition. It needs to be. In fact, it's required by multiple regs that it be tracked, and your response to that be something that's reportable. So we find that while those big incidents happen every so often, even a medium-sized organization, it's not unusual for them to have several a week even between lost laptops, lost smartphones, onto suspicious activity on a server, onto the proverbial hack out of China or Russia or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's like I just said, safe than sorry. It's all sort of incidents could happen to you. It's about having that preparation there, and also having the procedure that you can follow in the event of something happening.
Precisely.
Excellent. All right, well, Ted, we look forward to hearing more about Co3 Systems over the coming 12 months. So thank you very much for your time today.
It's my pleasure, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you.